NATO foreign ministers arrived in Brussels at one of the most challenging times in the organisation's history. With the conflict in Ukraine raging on, there are questions about how the alliance will fund itself in the years ahead. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken arrived late due to a malfunctioning plane, but the American elephant not in the room was Donald Trump. NATO officials are rarely saying his name out loud, but a major focus of the summit was securing long-term funding for Ukraine to shield it against the winds of political change.
Ukraine has urgent needs. Any delay in providing support has consequences on the battlefield as we speak. So we need to shift the dynamics of our support. We must ensure reliable and predictable security assistance to Ukraine for the long haul.
That's manifesting itself in plans for a 5-year aid deal for Ukraine worth just over $100 billion. NATO is also likely to take control of the mechanism that coordinates arms supplies to Ukraine, currently overseen by the United States. Funding remains an issue as well. The guidelines are for members to spend 2% of their GDP on defence, but around a third of NATO countries are not expected to hit that target this year. But despite what might be going on behind the scenes, publicly, all members have been keen to show unity in the face of ongoing global challenges. This was the first major summit since NATO expanded to 32 members with the inclusion of Sweden last month. As NATO celebrates its 75th anniversary, this meeting was a precursor to the Leaders' Summit taking place in Washington, D.C. in July, when the US will only be 4 months away from a presidential election that could have major implications for NATO and the conflict in Ukraine. John Bevir, CGTN, Brussels.